What's up, people? This is Big Boss Calvin 83. I know some of y'all are going to say, well, why are you talking about this now? Let me tell y'all, I cannot report every story, every event, every current event issue on time. And not only that, I got a life, especially nowadays. I can't post as many videos as I would want to and love to because I got a lot of responsibilities. Because I'm not like some of y'all. I'm not like some of y'all, and I'm not disrespecting anybody. I'm not trying to minimize and say that my life is more important than yours. I got a lot more going on, and I'm better than you. No. The reason why I sometimes hesitate to do certain commentaries or do certain stories because I need to know all the facts. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? I'm not like some people who just like throw a story in and just jump the gun. And, sometimes these stories are hoax. They're a hoax. You know what I'm saying? They're not real. Or you make a statement about something, and then to come to find out when they do more information about about a certain issue, like you see right here, you see this bitch right here, Argento. Okay, I would have jumped the gun, but I wanted to see more information, so I can build it up. That's what you do. You investigate, but you build a case. Especially when you have an agenda. I want to keep it real with y'all. I do have an agenda, and I have made it known. Okay, y'all know how I feel about feminism. I'm against it. I don't agree with black people participating in the whole feminism, especially black women. Okay, I'm for men's issues, but I'm black first. I'm about my people first. And the reason why I lean way more towards men's issues because I'm a man. And I'm a black man too, as what they would say. You know what I'm saying? So I'm black first, but I'm a man number two. Then I worry about everybody else. You know what I'm saying? I worry about the women and children next. More so the children than the women. And I'll tell you why. Because our children are our future. Even though the woman is the key, our children, they're going to be leading, they're going to be when they become of age, they're going to have, more of the leverage to do certain things. I'm not going to be able to do when I get old. You know what I mean? I may, right now I'm like, I can do a lot of shit. I can do a lot of stuff. Guys in my age group, guys and gals in my age group, men and women in my age group, to be corrected. But when we get old and, and then a lot of times when you get older, you don't got the time to fuck around. You know what I'm saying? You don't have the time to bullshit. I mean, let me tell you something. This is so true. After age 25, 26, 27, but actually, it starts at age 23, to be honest with you. You got to, as a man and a woman, you got to get serious. When it hits when you hit your mid-20s, you got to decide where you're going to go for the rest of your life. When you hit 30, you got to get it together. But you should have it established together. But in a society where it's not set up for you to make it and prosper, especially as a black man, it can be difficult. And a lot of black women, a lot of women, period, a lot of people who are not a black man and don't even want to walk in a black man's shoes. That's how I know they kind of understand, even though they're being dismissive and disingenuous with black men are lazy and all this negative shit. This whole Me Too thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're rapists and stuff. But last time I checked, Caucasian males are the leaders of arrest in obvious rapes or even reported rapes. You know what I'm saying? They just get a slap on the wrist. I would say Caucasian females are the leaders of doing pedophilia, child abuse, child murders, rapes between men and women. You know what I'm saying? But because she's a woman, y'all got this. Y'all fall for this bullshit that women cannot rape men, and or women cannot do bad and cannot be rapists, or you got women who are emboldened nowadays to sexually harass another woman, or molest a woman, or molest a girl, or molest a boy. It's like you see it. I see it all the time. Come across these articles of Caucasian females engaging in pedophilia. Having sex with underage boys. I don't give a damn if they look like a grown man. Let's come on, y'all. Come on. Y'all, if you have a grown conversation with somebody who kind of may look like an adult, and some people, and some kids, many girls try to look like they're older than what they are. Most guys, be who they are in ages, or some of them just don't, be who they are. If I gotta, dress a certain way, if I had to look like I'm more mature, then I'll do it like that. If I want to keep it young and youthful, then I'll roll like that. But we stay in our lane. Women don't do it. All of a sudden, when women get older, they try to look. They're in their 40s and they're trying to look like they're 16 and 20 in their early 20s, and try to compete with their daughters and younger women, and try to get younger dudes that they didn't want when they were young. To check for them. But when they were like in their teens and early 20s, and even to the points of their 30s, they wanted dudes who were way older because they had money. It had nothing to do with maturity. So stop falling for that narrative that women mature quicker than men. That's a damn lie. I already told you why that statement is not true and disingenuous. So. And I already told you, women don't give a damn about. It don't matter how mature a man is. If you ain't got no money, it don't matter how old you are. If you are old man and you broke, you're a creepy old guy. Now, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. Okay. Now, if you're young, some women, older women gotten smart. Some of them are preying on younger guys who got paper, and some of them try to slide in because they think they're older, they got some wisdom. So they can, sweet talk a dude, or, prey on his primal sexual desires. And I understand when a person's like older, but between men and women, they can kind of detect if this person's horny or what they want and need. Because they've been around, they have life experience. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something, y'all. I mean, women, I noticed that women in my age group, and even women who are older, in their late 40s and 50s, try to talk to me now. When I was in my 20s, when I was in my teens, these girls who were the same age as me was not looking my way. And I was not into younger girls. I don't like younger women like that. You know what I'm saying? Even me at the age, every time let me tell you something, even when I talk to younger women, I don't feel comfortable with that shit. Some guys feel comfortable, talking to a chick younger than them. That's not me, because my thing is, when I talk to someone who's significantly younger than me, a chick, she can't hold a conversation. She cannot fulfill, that she don't give me that drive. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She don't understand certain things. Like these females claim they can understand. They don't understand, or they're on that goofy dumbass shit. Not being serious. So, when a woman's like around my age and even older, I gravitate to women who are, I'll say, some of the chicks that I talk to is in the average of nowadays of 5 years and up. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, I don't care who talks to me, who approaches me, or what type of chicks are interested in me. Even with so-called race, ethnicity. Believe it or not, me being well known, even some of y'all know that I'm part of the foot fetish community online specifically. You know what I mean? So I got women of other ethnicities trying to holler at me. I remember when I was like, younger, it's like they were not looking at me like that. Yeah, I had a few Caucasian chicks, hey, how you doing? But at the same time, I don't want to get caught talking to a nigger. But if you are that kind of stereotypical Mendango type, we'll go for it then. But again, when you deal with these chicks, He raped me. You know how that go. And these other races, these women of other ethnic women of color. Oh, I really can't bring no nigger home. I don't want to get caught dating a nigger. So, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to we'll fuck on the slot. We'll fuck behind people closed doors. And let me tell you something, black man. To the black man, men of color, the original men of color. Okay? Nubian man, let me tell you something. If a chick don't want to be seen with you and all she do want to fuck around with you, that's a chick you do not want to fuck with. Because she don't respect you. Let me tell y'all. A woman who truly values you and loves you will love to be seen in public with you. Not show you off, because he got money and all that stuff. So I just wanted to say and said, no, I'm talking about genuine love and respect. Anyway, I'm gonna do a video because I came across because this was another video. I don't fuck with Phil Scott anymore. Not just because of what I heard about him and the new information, but it's just that I just don't like hypocrisy. To me, he sold out on a man's team, on the black man's team, because he's been bashing brothers left and right, and pandering to these women. And guess what? They turned on you, bruh. Y'all men don't fucking learn. Dude, you are like 40 years old. Like, I know that there's like a 5-6 years age difference. I'm 6 years younger than you, bro. 5-6 years younger, and you fall for the okie doke again. A lot y'all think because you are a certain age and you're older and you over age 35, close to 40, that you know shit. Y'all don't know nothing. Let me tell y'all. Life, when you in this life, you will be learning forever. You will be learning something new every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? So don't get that shit twisted because, I'm older and I live this life, so I know I got everything figured out. You don't know shit. You don't know jack shit. You don't know nothing. I learned that the hard way. Every day I come across something new. Even people who are younger than me are schooling me and educating me about shit that I thought I knew, but now I understand. Now actually I'm aware I did not know and I was misled. So anyway, we can talk about this bitch right here, Asia Argento. Me Too activist Asia Argento paid her sexual assault accuser. It's funny how when a man, comes forward and say he's been sexually assaulted, sexually harassed, and raped by a woman, it's alleged. But when a woman accuses a man, it should be believed. Like Sonny Huston, I can't stand that fucking ass light-skinned bitch, mulatto cunt. But I digress. That's another video for another time. So this was like in May. No. This was like, hold on. So this was back in August, so I know I'm late on this, but I want to give you, I want to show y'all the events that have been going on because I have been following this case. I just didn't want to jump the gun. Plus it was time consuming because I had other shit to do. Harvey Weinstein accuser Asia Argento accused of paying off her sexual assault accuser. Asia Argento was one of the first women to accuse disgraced movie Mongo Harvey Weinstein of sexual assault. Yeah, but too damn late, like way past statute of limitations, but I digress. So so she about for money. She ain't about that. She ain't about that justice and true equality because a lot of these women out here are dismissive when men come out with their story about what these bitches out here are doing to men out here, especially lying on men and getting their lives fucked up. But that I digress. Hold on. Now, the Me Too advocate is facing her own sexual misconduct accusations. Now the Me Too advocate is facing her own sexual misconduct accusations. Excuse me. The actress paid off an ex-child actor who accused her of misconduct. According to legal documents. Oh, this is some real shit, y'all. Obtained by the New York Times. So basically this bitch did it. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. If this dude, let's just say he's lying. Let's say he's trying to get that bread and secure his bag. Why would you pay him off, though? Now, I understand with certain cases that, with Michael Jackson, when he was accused of that, something similar. And the way they did him, and how he was beaten up by the police and lied on dry to, got caught all types of hell, so he gave in. But Asia Sorrento ain't going for that. Nobody's targeting her like that. Maybe she's getting a few death threats here and there, but she ain't being put on blast. Cops don't rough up white women like her. Okay, even if they talk shit, get in his face and spit at the cop, throw shoes at the cop, grab a knife at the cop, point it at him, come at him with the cop, draw a gun, shoot at the cops. Oh, the cops are just, oh, baby, what's wrong? And, what's going on? They are professional and nice and kind. But when black people, say, why are you doing this and that? Oh, you get tased, you get beat up, and you get shot down, and these officers get paid leave and get $4 million of donations up from the GoFundMe campaign. And, Blue Lives Matter. But when it comes to killing black people, oh, they want to support that shit. But when you got Caucasian males and females killing cops, terrorizing cops, and killing their families, oh, silence. Just silence. Oh, there's no donations to the cop who got killed, and now his wife, and his children, there's no money and there's no support. Even if it's a female cop, her husband and her children don't get nothing, which is rare. But you know what I'm saying. But I digress. Jimmy Bennett, who was 17 at the time of the encounter, alleges that he was assaulted by Argento in California hotel in 2013. Actually, do you know what? He's kind of within the statute of limitations. But I digress. Okay, let me keep going. When the actress, age 37, damn, this bitch is fresh. Let me tell you something. Women, when they get in the late 30s and 40s, oh, they become thirsty all of a sudden. Thirsty and hungry for that dick. But I digress. The age of consent to California is 18. Now, if it was in the South, the age of consent, and depending on what part of the South, I know in North Carolina, in Georgia, the age of consent is 16. But you know me. Let me say it like this. I'm not taking no chance. First of all, I ain't fucking no child. To me, because I don't believe in that. No, y'all can have y'all opinion on that, but I don't believe in fuck. First of all, I don't even get along with younger chicks like that. My brother is 18, my youngest one. I can't coexist with him. Yeah, we can hang out and laugh and do all that stuff, but trying to talk to him and people in his age group, it's like they say you an old man, and they just don't even take what I say seriously. And I don't say, oh, you too militant, oh, you just too radical. I'm like, whatever. Even though I try to school him and his friends, and even some of the girls, about this life, but a lot of people got to see for themselves. But they may not be too. Unfortunately, they're too young to understand because they were not taught at an early age about this shit. But you got to tell them. But you got to keep telling them. Just keep telling them. And when something happens, then okay, this is what I'm talking about. But I gotta go. Let me continue. Bennett, who played the Italian actress. Bennett, who played the Italian actress's son in a 2004 film. 2004 film. Excuse me. Says Argento gave him alcohol and pulled his pants off for oral sex and intercourse. I wanted to just say sex, but okay. So in 2013. So basically she committed statutory rape. Okay. You know how they're downplaying this right now. Just want y'all to know. According to court documents, Bennett's lawyer notified Argento last November of his intention to sue for $3.5 million for emotional distress, low wages, lost wages, assault and battery, and a month after she went public with her allegations against Weinstein. No, this bitch committed statutory rape. This bitch raped a child. She's a pedophile. She committed statutory rape, okay? And the fact of the matter is, I mean, even women who don't have her type of money, like these teachers, and teachers don't get paid nothing. You got these female teachers out here doing what she did, even getting all crunk with it, having sexual relationships with these teenage boys and sometimes teenage girls. And it's so fucking obvious and there's evidence, but they get slaps on the wrist and they don't even get no jail time, and they don't even lose their teaching license. But if a man if this was a man fucking a teenage girl, whether he knew or not, there's no excuse. And let me tell you something. You know what? There's no fucking excuse for that shit. I don't give a damn, man or woman or man. I don't give a damn if the teenage boy or the teenage boy and the teenage girl looked legal. You don't do that. I mean, there's ways to detect that shit. It's like you motherfuckers are no fucking different than some of these down low dudes who get with transvestites. Even women who sleep with, transvestites. Guys who mess with so-called transgendered women. Women who mess with transgendered men. And they like, oh, I didn't know, but they were fucking around this whole time. Now, I can understand some people can get tricked. But my thing, when you find out, you can find out with there's ways there's ways if a guy is pretending to be a woman, there's ways to detect that. You look at the shoulders, you look at the neck, okay? You look at the hips, okay? You look at their feet like I do, and that's how I can tell. You can't tell right away. Sometimes, I mean, you can get food every now and then, but my thing is, it's just you let them talk. You don't rush in. That's why you don't fuck. That's why you don't. This is what I'm gonna say to y'all. This is why this is why you should never rush in to have sex with somebody. This is why you should never get drunk and wild and just be so hungry and thirsty and just be so quick to have sex with to have sex with somebody, because you can get fucked up. And if you do find out, for God forbid, most of the times the transvestite, the tranny, gets murdered, okay? And I agree with that murder. And I condone motherfuckers getting murdered like that, because you don't fuck with people like that. You got transgendered women getting murdered by straight men when they find out. And I support that. And transgender men getting murdered by straight women. I support that, because you don't fucking deceive people like that. Now, I don't want to go off the subjects. I mean, even with these, you got these teens who are pretending to be adults or look like they're adults. Mostly girls do pull the shit, but guys, are guilty of doing that to teenage boys. They try to masquerade, especially if they're tall and built, got all types of muscles and stuff. They will try, try to sneak into somewhere too, no different than a girl, and or be in an adult environment. And they will try to see if they can try to pull a grown woman. You got teenage girls who will pretend that she's a grown woman and front and stunt, and and try to pull a grown man, and that's usually for hypergamy. Now, guys, I don't know if it's about for hypergamy purposes. It's not really for hypergamy purposes. It's for bragging rights. Oh yeah, I got this older chick. So it varies. Just a different frequency. But I'm saying is, there's ways to tell. You just have an adult conversation. Talk about politics. Talk about real shit out here. Talk about business and talk about, especially politics, about life. And you'll be surprised if they get so bored and turned off. You already know what the fuck you're dealing with. Check for ID. I mean, let me see your ID. You got your. I mean, let me see what's the picture on your license. But people don't do that. They just jump the gun, and that's why There's a lot of shit that it's getting out of hand, y'all. Whether she knew the guy was legal or not. And I think she knew that he was underage. And if she does know, then that says a lot about her and her credibility of being the whole advocate leader for the Me Too thing is fucking bullshit and disingenuous. She's a hypocrite. Anyway, she's a hypocrite and she's full of shit. Okay. Okay, let me see. Okay, I don't know what. Let me just. Bennett's lawyer notified Argento last November of his intention to sue for $3.5 million for emotional distress, lost wages, assault, and battery. But my thing, you should get her on statutory rape charges. For real. But I digress. A month after she went public with her allegations against Weinstein, she has no one to judge and talk about men when she's doing foul shit herself. Same with Rose McGowan, okay? The Italian actress agreed to pay him $380,000 $380,000. Many are wondering what does this mean for the Me Too movement? That it means it's fucking bullshit. The gloves are officially off. President Trump essentially dared former CIA Director John Brennan to sue him for revoking his national security chance. I don't even know why that's in there. Calling him the... Okay, no. Okay, that's pretty much it for the article. Okay, let me stop it right there for a minute. All right, this is a current article, but I'm going to show expose Rose McGowan again on some of the things she said about Asia Argento. But let me speak about this, what's going on right now. Asia Argento's accuser recounts alleged rape in first interview. Asia Argento's accuser recounts alleged rape in first interview. Asia Argento's accuser recounts alleged rape in first interview. Okay. Jimmy Bennett was skewed on Italian TV for saying Asia Argento raped him when he was a teenager. In his first interview, since the allegation became public. It's hard for me to talk about this in front of strangers and people I don't know. But I do want to get the benefit of the doubt in telling the truth. This is in quotes. But you know, he's a man, so that's gonna be they're gonna be dismissive in this gynocentric, misandric culture establishment. Okay, Bennett, age 22 now. So basically, this was 3 years ago. This is within statute of limitations, so he got a case. But okay, but you know, she's a woman, so you know it's gonna be hard for him because he's a man, and you know, feminism ain't gonna like the feminists ain't gonna like this. And these mangianas who talk this dumb shit. Oh, I wish that was me. Y'all need to have several damn seats. Talking that stupidity. I mean, stupid as hell. Can't stand guys like that. Oh, I wish I would have been raped by a woman. Y'all stupid. That's why y'all make us look bad when stuff like this happens. You make it hard for us. You mangianas and simps and male feminazis make it hard for us men out here, straight men, man's men, when we talk about women in their foul shit. Bennett, 22, said his hour-long interview on non-ERN, which translates to outside the arena, and that's in quotes, outside the arena, with well-known Italian journalist Massimo Giletti on Sunday night. according to the Daily Beast. The former child actor says Italian actress Argento plied him with alcohol and sexually assaulting him in a California hotel room. But she gave him alcohol and she takes advantage of him. My thing is she drugged him, okay? And, you know, he was underage to do that, okay? I don't care if he wanted it or not. You know, you don't do that and put yourself in jeopardy like that as an adult. She's 37. You mean to tell me you don't know no fucking better, bitch? Okay? They talk about Cosby drugging women. No, he offered, and they took it willingly. But he's in prison for like 3 to 10 years. Probably they're gonna try to give him the max of 10 years or more. But this bitch can do what she did. I'm sorry. I mean, I got interrupted. I don't even know. I mean, I answered the phone, and I don't even know what the fuck they fucking wanted. I hate to be interrupted like this. Argento, an outspoken Me Too advocate, who was one of the first women to accuse Harvey Weinstein of rape, has staunchly denied Bennett's allegation. But Rose McGowan's partner, Ryan Dove, has produced text messages showing Argento allegedly admitting that she and the teen had sex. So basically, Rose McGowan partner, I thought that was our husband, you know, our man. She's gonna see this dude, see, even Rose McGowan, the dude that's fucking with Rose McGowan, you ain't no man, because there's no way in hell I want to let the woman I'm fucking supposedly, and I'm intimate with, call me her partner, just call me her friend. No, I'm your man. I'm your husband. You know what I mean? See, again, a lot of us men, you know, due to feminism, have been feminized and been bitch-made. We have let women fuck us over, give us male guilt. When a lot of women, let's talk about evil men. Evil men come from evil women. Evil women give birth to evil men and women. Okay? And good women give birth to good men and good women. You know, the man, and most of the time, if a woman's good, she's going to seek out a good man. If a woman's evil, she's going to seek out evil men. And that's what you got this fuckery going on right here. But I digress. And, you know, I want to see that in a minute. So, but let me finish this. When asked to describe the events of that day, Bennett said he showed up to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Maria del Rey ready to audition for a film, but Argento had other ideas. Wow. She allegedly gave him champagne and started kissing him, saying, "Oh, my son, I missed you. Oh, my son," and this is in quotes, "Oh, my son, how I've missed you." This bitch is crazy. Bennett played Argento's son in a 2004 flick when he was 7 years old. Damn. Pedophile for real. But I digress. And he had said the two only kept in touch sporadically until the meeting. When they finally saw each other, he said they seemed Argento was joking. Argento was, in quotes, looking to do something else. It was more than a kiss. Well, yeah, fuck yeah. Quotations. After the kisses started getting longer and started with her placing her hands in different ways, he said, the following quotes, following that was when she pushed me into the bed and took my pants off and undid my belt. Oh, she was going there with him. But the host of the live program was skeptical. It's difficult to believe a woman can rape a man in an act of sex. Is complete, cannot rape. Wait, hold on. This dude is an idiot. Let me put him on blast. Quotes, it's difficult to believe a woman can rape a man an act of sex, that is complete, cannot be rape. Surely. Wait, oh, hell no. Oh. This dude is a fucking idiot and fucking manjana. First of all, this goes back to the brainwashing. Women can rape men too. They may have a different approach to it, but they can get down. Some women can overpower a man physically. I'm not lying to y'all. If a woman's trained in a martial and to do martial arts, or fight in the military, do military combat, she can take down a dude who's like 6'5" and 300 pounds, and she can be like 5 foot, 5 foot or shorter, and take his ass down. I've seen that shit myself. Women can take physically overpower a man. They have to have a different approach. Some of them can be straight up and take down a man. And take him out, and take advantage of him. Women can do that. Women have drugged men and have sex with men without their consent. Women have raped men. Women have molested children. You got female pedophiles. You got female sexual predators out here. That does happen. Men can be sexually harassed. Men can be bullied into sex. I showed y'all what happened out in Montana. There was a case out in Florida yesterday that when a man told her no multiple times, she persisted and stabbed him and damn near killed him. Just because you don't see it on mainstream media and people don't talk about it openly, that does not mean it does not exist. The reason why they do it like that, because they're trying to push this narrative that women, especially Caucasian females, as they call white women, are angels and men are evil and disgusting and degenerates and losers. And, especially men of color, black men are these sexual predators and violent killers and rapists and shit. Women have killed men. Women have, think about it, y'all. Women have done dirt and committed terroristic acts too. Okay, women have aided and abetted. I think that's the word, aided and abetted, and helped with violent crimes out here. There's history and documentation of that. You have Caucasian females lying on black men, getting them lynched and killed, Emmett Till style. Emmett Till ain't the only one. Getting them hung from trees. Getting towns burnt down, bombed and destroyed. Terrorized because the bitch lied. You got when a Caucasian female goes to a different country, she lies and say this and that happened, and it did not fucking happen. She's lying. She's lying as hell. She's lying through her teeth. Guess what? There's a war. Women have gotten wars started over a fucking lie. Women have done shit, and women have done some wild shit. Women have slept with a man's. Women have slept with her homegirl's son and got pregnant. Women have got evil and spiteful and vindictive. You're dating a chick, she's sleeping with your brother or sleeping with your sister. If you got a kid and you're a man, and let's say let's say he's still a kid, still in that child age, even as a teenager, she will sleep with your child to prove a point. Okay? You know what I'm saying? This dude who say that idiot to all the idiots who say that women cannot do evil, cannot do wrong, cannot do bad. Can you tell me why there's a huge epidemic of single motherhood? Can you tell me why, like, a lot of these guys are in the coffin, buried six feet under, are dead and actually have been murdered and killed by women? Can you tell me why there's a lot of cases of men being victims of violent women, of domestic violence? Can you tell me why I keep seeing these stories of women engaging in sexual misconduct, committing statutory rape, having sex with underage boys, molesting children, boys and girls. Women having inappropriate, you got these female teachers having inappropriate relationships with children, even if they're teenagers and about to be 18 tomorrow. That's still wrong. You're still wrong for that. Women who work in daycare providers, children, and they're doing all types of sexual perverted shit to these boys out here. You got women who are crazy, will fuck a man's car, break his windows because she cannot handle him telling him she cannot handle that guy telling her no and say, I don't want to fuck with you because you're crazy, stalking him left and right, trying to kill him and his girlfriend or his new wife and kids, and new wife and his children. Getting the house burned down, making false rape accusations, making false accusations of domestic violence. Okay? You got women drawing guns and, having a knife, having a machete, having a gun, pointing in the man's face, and forcing him to have sex, raping this man. But they don't want to call it rape because it doesn't fit their narrative of what they're trying to do and demonize men, especially the black man. And this is a Caucasian female, a white woman, so they're going to downplay it. Now, if it was a black woman kind of doing that to a white male, they may push the envelope a little bit. Okay? Every day, there's reports of women doing sexual misconduct, committing sexual harassment men, sexually assaulting men and raping men, and y'all think it's funny and y'all think it's cool and y'all don't see nothing wrong with that shit. That tells me that y'all fucked up. That tells me you have been hoodwinked and you are fucking brainwashed and you are part of the motherfucking problem. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. Where's but I had to get that. And you got, he's one, this dude, this male, he is not a man. He's probably the type of guy that said, I wish that was me. I wish I was your age, and I wish a woman raped me. Talking that retarded, dumb shit. But let me just finish. He said, after asking Bennett if he had ejaculated during the rape, what does that got to do with anything? Just women who ejaculated when they get raped. So by men and by other crazy ass women. So what does that got to do with what the fuck? What did they say? How did they say it? What the fuck that's so fucking irrelevant. What does that have to do with the cost of tea in China? Bennett sank in his chair when the host suggested that it's hard to believe a quotes, healthy 17-year-old boy. What? Would have consented to the encounter. First of all, the guy is underage at the time. Even if he consented, she is still committing statutory rape. You got so many girls out here who are underage and fucking older men. But they get arrested. The men who are of legal age and gets arrested anyway. It doesn't matter. You're fucking a child. What the fuck is wrong with this motherfucker? Damn it. People are so fucking stupid. The age of consent is 14 in Italy and 18 in California. Okay, what does that got to do with the cost of tea in China? Again. Quotes, I was worried about coming in front of an audience of being accused of not being sincere about the violence against me. Bennett said after realizing he was being ridiculed. He was. After this, that's why I chose to stay silent. I was right. So this is what happens when men are victims of sexual assault, victims of sex crimes from women, even other men, but specifically women. This is why a lot of men, especially when they're boys, are afraid to come fucking forward. So it's more valid when a man, is silent and doesn't want to come forward because he's going to be victim shamed. Victim shamed. Women can come forward and say, hey, this happened, and it's all automatically believed, especially when it's a black man being accused. And a lot of women don't understand. You got so many women who are lying on men, falsely accusing them of sex crimes, falsely accusing them of domestic violence, assault and battery, rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment. And come to find out, oh, I lied, and there's no consequences. Men don't have that type of juice, power, and privilege to do that shit to women. You don't see men lying on women all day, all night, all year, all decades. Okay, men don't lie like that. They may lie to tell a woman, hey, you know, tell her what she will. I mean, most men will just lie. Some men will lie to a woman, tell her what we think she wants to hear, so she can like us. That's pretty much it. This guy is being ridiculed and victim shamed. And that's a form of misandry. Okay? That is wrong to do that. That's being hypocritical. Okay? And that's being disingenuous too. You got men who are victims, who are male rape victims. I'm not going to call them survivors. I don't believe in that shit. So, I mean, are victims of false accusations from women. And we get no justice. Men are victims of rape, sexual assault, sexual harassment, survivors of sexual, I don't call it survivor, but if y'all want to call it survivor, I don't believe in that shit. Survivors of sexual harassment, sexual terrorism, sexual crimes, sexual assault, rape, survivor of rape. But you know, I say victims of rape, victims of other sex crimes from women, victims of abuse from women, victims of sexual abuse from women and girls. You know, this is why a lot of men don't want to come forward with anything when women do shit to us, and because we are dismissed. Our lives don't fucking matter out here. And this proves, and this asshole proves my point about these bitches and about these bitch-made beta male mangina faggots. These simps out here. Keeping from women that they don't fucking know, and they will never get the time of day. The bitch will friend zone your ass and fuck with an alpha male. A man's man. Regardless if she hates my guts. Men like me, even if she hates my guts and I'm a chauvinist, I'm misogynistic, she's gonna suck my dick first and fuck me before she will fuck you. To you simp-ass mangina faggots out here. You beta males. You pussy-pandering male feminazis. You mangina motherfuckers. You overly nice guys who are feminized males. They don't want dudes like y'all. They use y'all for their agenda. Wake the fuck up. Okay. So I feel Bennett. For real. But the host pressed on, showing a now viral photo of Argento and Bennett presumably, I don't know how to say this word, y'all. Presumably in bed post coitus. That don't mean shit, but okay. She asked me to take a photo, Bennett said. That was in his quote. That's what he said in the quotes. In quotes again. Yes, it was on my phone. Yes, it was after we had sex. Quotes. I'm sorry, but you don't seem upset. Quotes. I'm sorry, but you don't seem upset. You don't seem in this picture traumatized. Oh my God. You got, I mean, let me say this. You got women, you know, who've been taken advantage of, and they smile and don't seem traumatized. So this bitch ass motherfucker, I wish I could shoot his ass, is being disingenuous and being hypocritical with his selective, sexist, misandric outrage. He's not no man. He's a bitch. The host retorted, you don't, in quotes, you don't look here like someone who's afraid. You got women who do the same shit and they're not afraid, but you know, they downplay it. But come on. I mean, you talk about some sexism. I mean, what's worse about guys being sexist towards other guys, but guys being misandric and being misandric towards other men. Guys being misandric towards other guys. Excuse me. He's being dismissive and mean as hell. Because if that was a woman and she accused a man, that he would have had a different reaction. This is what I'm talking about. These gynocentric minded, misandric, male feminist males who hate men and want to be like women. So this dude who's being disingenuous and disrespectful to this guy, to Bennett, he's suspect. He's gay. Okay? And somebody needs to shoot his ass. And I'd be so happy if that happens. I'm not advocating no harm to anything. I'm just speaking my mind. Well, the live audience broke to applause, and Bennett said he seemed to understand what the situation was. His attorney, Gordon Sartro, who was sitting beside him, asked rather the line of questioning would have been different and less abrasive had his client been a woman. No shit, yes. Quotes, how can they interpret what is going on in his mind, he said, or what was in his heart just because of his gender? This is sexism against men. Argento, age 42, and her late boyfriend, Anthony Bourdain, reportedly agreed to pay... Oh, no, hold on, wait a second. Argento, age 42, and her late boyfriend, Anthony Bourdain, reportedly agreed to pay Bennett $380,000 in hush money after he apparently threatened to go public with the story. She since announced she would no longer honor the agreement. She since announced she would no longer honor the agreement. So Anthony Bourdain knew about this. And you still fucking this bitch? And I can see why Anthony Bourdain killed himself. I felt bad for him to a point. But at the same time I don't, because he's a Caucasian male. But at the same time, after hearing this shit, you rest in hell. You, Anthony Bourdain, you rest in hell, you mangina motherfucker, you. You knew this shit, and you still fucked this bitch? And I can see why you killed yourself. Because she's crazy. Lord have mercy. Before I continue, y'all, as far as Rose McGowan, fuck her. Because she knew this shit and she kept quiet. All of a sudden, she wants to part ways. Because now she don't want to be exposed and questioned for her hypocrisy and her selective outrage. We already know this bitch is bitter. She's a washed up hoe. She's not attractive anymore. She can't get the dudes. She can't get the dudes that she wants and needs to get. Actually, more so, she wants to get with. She don't want the backlash and don't want to be questioned and confronted with her selective outrage and hypocrisy. And like I said about Rose McGowan, she's disingenuous. I remember watching a video that she made towards Harvey Weinstein, talking about, you deserve this, I'm so happy, blah, blah, blah. But if she was so about that life, why did she call the police, go to the hospital, go to the ER, get with the rape kit, say what happened, tell the police, call the police, tell her family, tell her dad, tell her brothers. I mean, I don't know if she has brothers or her male relatives and women in our family and friends about what the fuck happened, instead of staying silent for 20 goddamn years. Now all of a sudden you mad because you put up with this shit by your own choice, by your own ignorance and stupidity. You dealt with all this bullshit because you thought you were going to get something better. You thought you were going to move up, and now that you failed in life, now you want to blame everybody else, blame all men. And you don't want to take no personal responsibility for your shortcomings and failures. But Rose McGowan is a bullshit artist, just like Asia Argento. Because when black women were killed and murdered, sexually assaulted and raped, especially by the half Asian, half Caucasian cop, she was silent. When black black girls go missing in America and worldwide, when they are being terrorized and raped by the colonizer, by these Caucasian males, and these other non-black males. Oh yeah, they'll call out a black man in a hot minute. Oh, there's silence when Caucasian males do dirt to white women and other women of other ethnicities. Women are silent, like Rose McGowan and Asia Argento, unless there's something to gain monetarily, unless there's some status and fame, and these bitches are opportunists, okay? Let's keep it 1,000, because they should have just made sure he went to the police. But they're okay with Cosby on hearsay and gossip with no evidence, no proof. There's no evidence of nothing, no medical report, no police report. And let me tell you something: if they went to the cops, they would have got his ass on the spot and fucked him up and locked him up or killed him on the spot. Okay. So miss me with I'm afraid to come forward. No, when it comes to Caucasian males, y'all want to stay on code. You had a woman saying that you had a Trump supporter recently stated, and I'm going to do a video about her and later on this week or next week, that she says Brett Kavanaugh did nothing wrong, and there's nothing wrong with a man groping a woman, sexually assaulting a woman, and touching her without her consent, touching a woman without her permission and her consent. She said that shit, y'all. We know this. But she's okay with Cosby being underneath the jail on a lie. She's okay with Emmett Till being murdered by that racist lying bitch, Caroline Dunham. Okay? But they don't want to make but you know, Cosby and Caroline Dunham are the same age. How come y'all ain't making sure that Caroline Dunham go to jail for that horrific hate crime, false accusation, getting a boy killed, all because the boy did not want to fuck her? Didn't want to pay no attention to her, so she lied and she wanted attention. She's not outraged about Nikki Giovanni lying on those two black men who are football players out in I don't know if it's out in Long Island, New York, or Connecticut, destroying the reputations and the lives and the opportunities, and they got kicked out of school and lost their scholarship. And lost their privilege. Well, actually, it's a right to the opportunity to play college football, and they're never going to be able to make it to the NFL and just have an opportunity. Brian Banks is the same, even though Brian Banks was lied on by a black girl because he didn't want to fuck her and didn't want to date her. She got in her feelings and destroyed that brother. 6 years of his life gone. He got terrorized and beat the fuck up and raped in jail and lost everything and lost his opportunity to prosper as a black man. No outrage. Breonna Herman Talbert lied on, said a group of fictitious black men kidnapped her, beat her up, and raped her, due to the fact that she had a fight with her boyfriend, her fiance, and he wasn't trying to hear, he didn't want to fuck her, so she tried to get attention and sympathy. Instead of getting mad at herself and him, she goes after the black community with her racist misandric ass, and she almost got black men jammed up or killed or lynched. Caucasian females are known for lying on black men. Lying on men, but specifically black men, and getting them hung from trees, towns being bombed and destroyed and terrorized and set on fire, terrorized, women and children and men getting killed, bloodlines being killed off, lynch mobs killing black children, black boys specifically, killing. I mean, no, I mean the black boy, the black male, the black boys, and the black male who's lied on by a racist bitch. No, they lose their lives, and the family and friends get murdered in the process. All that town just gets burnt the fuck down, bombed and terrorized and just slaughtered, genocide. And there's no apology, there's no reparations. But there's no outrage about Rose McGowan and Asia Argento when shit like that happens. When black women are terrorized, you had a black woman being body slammed out in Charlotte, North Carolina. A black woman, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, being punched in the face and disrespected by a beauty supply Korean owner. Beauty supply store owner who's Korean. Buying that weave and all that stuff and all whatever the hell she was buying. I mean, self-hate is a motherfucker in our community, but I digress. And there was no outrage about the advocates for women's rights and women, the advocates that speak and protest and demand justice and demand that laws be changed and to protect women from domestic violence and violent men. There was no outrage about that. The National Organization for Women were silent. Just like with all the stuff that I listed about black men being falsely accused by racist, misandric Caucasian females. Cops being called on, you got these racist Caucasian females calling the cops on black women on a college campus because she was studying her ass off to pass her exam and get her advanced degree. She fell asleep like most people in college do on a college campus library and called the cops on her and try to get her killed. Same with the black women who are smoking a cigarette. Same with black girls selling water. Black kids, selling water out in Philadelphia, selling goods, being harassed by racist Caucasian females, lying on them. Just like Shaquisha, or I don't know, Shanika or Shaquisha Clemens out in Alabama, the racist bitch charged her 50 cents for plastic ware. That's free. That's discrimination because they're black. She complains and says, I want to speak with your district manager, the number, and she lies on her, and she gets bum washed and beat up and sexually assaulted, and I'm basically sexually violated by the cops and put her in a chokehold, and I almost had her neck broken, almost got, basically got badly injured and humiliated, clothes being ripped off and shit. But there's no outrage from Asia, from the Me Too leader. I don't know what that bitch name, but she's Miss Burke. I don't know her first name. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Miss Burke is silent, as always. She's silent about Les Moonves. She's silent about Matt Lauer. She's silent. She ain't going after Harvey Weinstein aggressively, but she was okay with Cosby being jammed up for lies for stuff that didn't happen 30 years ago, and it didn't happen. Didn't happen then. It didn't happen now. Okay. No, that's a whole different. I'm not even gonna go there. All this Me Too chicks, with these Caucasian males like Brock Turner getting, raping unconscious chicks, who are drunk or and high, whatever. They are not in the right frame of mind, disoriented, and he took advantage of her. Brock Turner took advantage of her, and there's no outrage that it got less than 30 days of jail, and got a slap on the wrist anyway, and called it out of course. You had a Caucasian kid out in the high school who's a serial rapist, raping women and girls. He got and the judge, I think is a woman, shame on herself, calls herself a feminist, gave the Caucasian boy, who's a serial rapist, 45 days of jail time. Talk about, she didn't want to ruin his life. But she has but Caucasian females and Caucasian folks and coon-ass black women, black feminists, have no issue destroying black men's lives. Black people's lives in general, but specifically black men and boys. Let me continue. Let me get this off. Let me finish this article because I don't want to make this too fucking long. I'm just sick of the selective outrage and Sonny Huston and Whoopi Goldberg. And Amber Rose being okay with Cosby being unjustly prosecuted and being in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And some of you women out here got sons too. And the fact of the matter is, I stand with Catholic Catholic Guilford or a Gil. I forgot. You know that chick on today's show with that Arab chick, and she's made a valid point. She's sick and tired of the male bashing. I might play that video later on. I don't know, but let me just finish this. After a week, Asia Argento was accused of sexually assaulting a 17-year-old, and subsequently paying him a $380,000 settlement. Argento's friend, fellow Me Too leader Rose McGowan, released a lengthy statement expressing her own surprise over the allegations. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. You know, there was a Me Too out in California, a Me Too advocate out there who's well known, Christina Garcia, is guilty of sexual misconduct and sexual harassment and sexual assault. But, you know, she's a hypocrite herself, and all of a sudden, she gets to keep her job, and still, and she can still be a candidate. Well, she's a politician, but she can still be a candidate and run, and still get her position in the field of politics and government. Female privilege. What I say? Quotes, the reason I haven't released a statement yet is because I've frankly been extremely humbled by this event, wrote McGowan. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Okay. Referencing actor Jimmy Bennett claims that Argento sexually assaulted him in a hotel room in 2017 when he was 17 years old. And the actress was 37 at the time, age 37. Quote, she was old enough to know better, y'all, but okay. I had to take a step back and realize that my own activism, while I fight hard with passion, I need to evolve. Rose McGowan noted her support of Bennett and distanced herself from Argento. So she knew what was going on, but now she want to backpedal. Get the fuck out of here, you selective outrage. You selective outrage, bitter, washed up feminazi bitch hoe. Man-hating cunt. Can't stand bitches like her. But I digress. Noting that the two only bonded over the last year because of a shared experience of Harvey Weinstein allegations. And y'all didn't even try to put that motherfucker in jail. If he did it. And McGowan, I mean, all these Caucasian males getting busted, all these other non-black males doing all this shit, and all these other women who are non-black themselves doing all this type of shit. Oh, y'all don't want to call them out because y'all want to stay on white supremacy code. That's what it is. Argento and McGowan were two of the first women to publicly accuse the producer of sexual assault. Harvey Weinstein denied all claims of non-consensual sex. It was hard, McGowan said after her reaction to the allegation was shocked at the realization that everything the Me Too movement stood for was about to be in jeopardy. No shit. And that was started by a black woman, but she's a fucking mammy bedwench coon anyway, so fuck her. McGowan said she said only learned partially about Bennett in the days after the suicide of Argento's boyfriend, Anthony Bourdain, in June. McGowan had rushed to Argento's side, and it was during that period of the morning when Argento told McGowan that, quotes, that she was being exonerated for a large sum of money. Every month, someone who was blackmailing her with a provocative image. Quotes, no one in the room knew who the extortionist was, McGowan said. Quotes, now we know it had to be a reference to this case. McGowan also introduced a further accuser into this tangled web of allegations, Ryan Dove, a model whom McGowan Rain Dove, a model who McGowan is dating. I don't even know if this is a woman or a man. It's hard to tell nowadays. I think it's a man, but I think but the way they're saying partner, it might be a woman. Go figure. Bitches are crazy. Bitches are crazy. But I digress. McGowan said Argento confided new details to Dove while consulting with them over text message about her relationship with Bennett. Per McGowan, Asia has, excuse me, quotes, Asia stated that she had been receiving unsolicited news of Jimmy since he had been 12. Asia mentioned in those texts that she didn't take any action to those images, not reporting to the authorities, to the parents, or blocking Jimmy's social media. Not even a simple message, don't send these images. They're inappropriate. Quotes. McGowan said that she supported Dove's decision to take these messages to the police. Suggested that these texts are the ones published by TMZ last week between Argento and unknown second party discussing the actress's encounter with Bennett. It's said to lose a friend connection, but what's even more sad that it's happening to Jimmy Bennett. McGowan wrote in closing, Asia, you were my friend. I love you. I loved you. You spent and risked a lot to stand with the Me Too movement. I really hope you find your way through this process to rehabilitation and betterment. Anyone can be better. I hope you can be too. Do the right thing. Be honest. Be fair. Let justice stay its course. Be the person you wish Harvey Weinstein. Be the person you wish Harvey could have been. Hours before McGowan released the statement, Argento was fired from the X Factor Italy, on which she had been a judge. She needed to be in jail. Last week, the New York Times broke the story that Argento had paid her accuser, Bennett, $380,000 following a 2013 encounter. Argento denied the assault allegation and claimed that Bourdain paid the settlement on her behalf to quiet the situation and help Bennett out financially, not because of the assault allegations were true. Vanity Fair has reached out to Dove, Argento, and Bennett for comment. I would, first of all, like to start off this statement by saying thank you for your patience. A lot of people have been demanding answers in a response to the recent events surrounding Asia Argento's sexual assault case. Many people believe that because we have been close to each other's lives over the past year, that perhaps I'm affiliated with this incident or being complicit. I met Asia on a red carpet, but it's only been past year through our shared experience of the Harvey Weinstein case that we have been bonded. Asia was a person who understood my trauma in a way many others didn't. What trauma, bitch? Please, bitch, go have several damn seats. If you were that fucked up, you would have went to the cops and got that therapy a long time ago. Fuck out of here. You got a platform that you could have made a difference, but you want to do it now for money. I don't fuck you. We were able to talk through them all. We were able to talk through them together and champion each other's voices. We even got matching that matching dot tattoos. Something I had posted on my Instagram just about a month ago. It's no secret to anyone that I am blunt, candid, brazen individual vocally, and I think that's what I really relate to Asia most with. They're very edgy, confrontational, strong-willed, with very little care about how much others liked or disliked them. Rare things to find in women in this industry or the world. But then everything changed in an instant. I received a phone call, and series of messages from the I've been dating Ryan Dove. They say they had been texting with Asia, and that Asia had received that she had indeed slept with Jimmy Bennett. Rain also shared that Asia stated that she'd been receiving unsolicited news of Jimmy since he'd been 12. Asia mentioned in these texts that she didn't take any action on these images, no reporting to the authorities, to the parents, or blocking of Jimmy's social media. Not even in a simple message, don't send me these images, they are inappropriate. There were other details revealed as well. I'm not at the liberty to mention in this statement as investigators do their job. Randolph said they were to go to the police with those texts. We were done speaking no matter what. But they wanted me to be aware of them so I may be able to take further actions. You you must. I waste no time. It wasn't hard to say or support. What was hard was the shell shock of the realization that everything the Me Too movement stood for about to be in jeopardy. An hour after the conversation was finished, Randolph confirmed they had turned over the text and were conversation with officers. Almost 48 hours later, the texts were in the press. I had introduced Randolph to Argento last month. 3 days after the passing of Anthony Bourdain, I was to comfort and support her. Randolph came to support us both. It was emotionally chronic time. Randolph suggested that we go to Berlin for a couple of days to take the morning out of Asia's home. So we did. While in Berlin, Asia mentioned that she was being extorted a large sum of money month by month by someone who's blackmailing them with a provocative image. No one was in the room knew who the extortionist was. Now we know it to be referenced in this case. Ryan, though, continued communicating with Asia occasionally after meeting her and their conversation be their own. I know Rain was a person whom many high-profile entities consult when they are experiencing social pressures because Rain is good at guiding them through the research, confrontation, rehabilitation, and the solution process. While there are a person who's good at keeping a secret for those dedicated to making things right, there's also justice driven. So it's no surprise to me it received a call, messages I refer to Asia in the past, my ride or die, and said very clearly that their friendship comes first. I know coming to me, those messages have been hard for Rain because I commend them on bravery. Okay. Man, this is a long-ass article. To the people who have checked with me to see if I'm all right, the answer is thank you and yes, I'm fine. It's sad to lose a friend connection, but what's even more sad is what happened to Jimmy Bennett. Right or not, the extortion case is true. It wasn't fair and it wasn't right. It's the type of thing I fight against alongside of so many. The reason I haven't released a statement, I've frankly been extremely humbled in this event and had to take a step back and realize my own activism to fight hard with a passion. In the past, I've been occasionally angry as a victim, justified in fiery feelings, but I know those accused are friends and parents, and they are families of people, and there absolutely should be no leeway or tolerance for sexual assault. I agree with her on that. Hard to stop. Non-victims shouldn't be told how they should react or what they should say about their abusers. However, Rose McGowan, it's your responsibility to call shit out when it's fucked up. It's your responsibility to stand up for yourself. And you don't wait 20 years to say something, 10 to 20 years later or 30 years later to say something because now all of a sudden, because you're not getting your way and you keep fucking with this dude over and over again. A lot of people don't understand. Rose McGowan kept fucking with Harvey Weinstein. So that's a relationship in itself, and he's telling you to meet him in non-business hours. You kept fucking around him. All of a sudden, you feel you got slighted. Now you want to bitch. Most people who are real victims don't do that shit. No, they stay the hell away from that motherfucker. But I digress. So she's being disingenuous and not telling the truth. She's not being honest. She's full of shit. However, as allies to the victim and avoiders of an event, we should find a better way to balance support of the victim due to the process of the accused. I never claimed to be perfect. This week especially has been made to come in terms of the fact that we all have been a lot of growing to do. At this current moment, it may be easy to focus on the drama situation, don't make conspiracy, but the focus should be on supporting justice, supporting honestly, and supporting each other. We cannot let this momentum of a movement that has freed so many people you mean cash cows, that ain't freedom, get the fuck out of here. We must use it to allow us to become a stronger, more compassionate, more aware, and more organized. Too late for that. Asia, you were my friend. I loved you. You spent and risked a lot with the Me Too movement. I really hope you find your way through this process of rehabilitation and betterment. Anyone can be better, and I hope you can do better. Do the right thing. Be honest. Be fair. Let justice say its course, and be the person you wish Harvey Weinstein could have been. My apologies for this long shit. But, let me just finish this. This is what's going on. I got this yesterday, October 1st. Argento reveals new revenge tattoo dagger. Asia Argento reveals new revenge dagger tattoo as she tells Rose McGowan bye-bye. You see how women can just, diminish a woman. You know something about women? What I've noticed is that when a woman calls out another woman, when a woman calls out another woman, you see what happens. They just break the fuck up. When a woman disagrees with another woman, all of a sudden they ain't friends no more. All of a sudden women get in their feelings and it's just like, oh, I'm going to expose this. I'm going to show this. It shows you how women cannot be trusted. And I'm not saying all women are like this, but too many of y'all are fucked up. Some of it's due to the programming by the elites who run this establishment of all these so-called societies. A lot of y'all have never been checked. Let me tell you something. If this was a man checking these bitches and correcting them for wrongdoing and telling them to do it the right way, showing them the right way, they would have cussed his ass out, try to beat his ass, and destroy this man's life. I've been in those situations, but when women do it, when you got Mayim Be Like telling women to be careful and don't be fucking teasing and fucking around, you know what I'm saying? Dress classy. Don't be fucking around, mind fucking dudes, sexually seducing them and doing all types of shit, dressed like a hoe and being all ratchet and whorish. I'll show you the article in another video. And when you got Aisha Curry, and she's not part, she had nothing to say about the Me Too thing, but when Aisha Curry told women, if you want respect, you got to respect yourself, and you got to give respect to men, carry yourself as a lady, don't dress like a fucking hooker, and demand that a man takes you seriously and respects you as a lady. That's not going to happen. Guess what? She got cussed out. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Bernice Johnson said something similar about it's up to women's responsibilities to do what they got to do, to decrease and prevent the chances of them being in fucked up situations with men, not just men, but with other women. Because, you know, if a woman's dressed all whorish, dressed all provocative, and no teasing men, especially, you know, women will flirt with another man in front of his girlfriend or in front of his wife, and all of a sudden she wonder why the bitch will cut her face up. Enticing men, fucking dudes, leading men on and putting themselves in harm's way. But you cannot hold women accountable. Now, if men do this shit to women, you know how some men will lie to women, lead them on, play with their emotions and feelings, right? Fuck them up, you know, tease them sexually, you know, oh, I'm not interested in you, and then I'm not into you, but I'm going to tease you and lead you on, oh, I'm with you, and, you know, do all those mixed confusing ass messages, and the dude don't want to fuck with her or just drops her like a bad habit. All of a sudden, you got a woman. You know, remember that movie, The Thin Line Between Love and Hate, with the thin line between. I'm sorry. What's that movie? The Thin Line Between Love and Hate, with Martin Lawrence starring in that movie with that crazy bitch. You know, I don't know her name, but she's a swirler. She's a bed wench. She got a Caucasian husband. I don't know if they're still married. I don't know if she and that Caucasian husband that she's swirling with, if she's still married to him and he's still married to her. And you know how women were laughing, saying, that man deserves to get killed. Martin Lawrence gets what he deserves. How dare he do such and such and play her like that. But when men do the same, if that was a man doing the same thing to a woman, oh, you wrong. You gotta be the better man. You gotta be the better person. Take the higher road. Fuck y'all on that hypocrisy and selective outrage. I'm sick and tired of these gender double standards going on out here. It needs to fucking stop. We are feeding into the agenda of this gender war that is man-made. Y'all need to understand that. It is man-made. You're pushing the narrative that you're telling men that women are the enemy, and vice versa, but mainly women are the enemy and women are the enemies of their own selves. And a lot of women don't understand that and don't want to accept this reality and truth. Now, Kathy Lee Gifford, you know, made a point about the issues with, let me see if this is the video. You know, she talked about how she's sick and tired of the male bashing. And I agree with her. And this is another quote. I mean, I want to show y'all this because, I mean, this is a podcast, but, you know, I don't feel like playing that. I don't want to go off the subject. I hate the male bashing. This is her quote. I hate the male bashing that's going on in the world today. The Today Show host said, it's like referring to the times of the Me Too movements that have swept the industry in recent months. Quotes, there are a lot of wonderful men. And she's right. She continued, quotes, I hate this whole thing of where I am not going to be happy until there's no good man left standing. Collins tried to reassure Gifford that no one feels that way, but the 64-year-old retorted, she actually looks good for 64, but okay. I think there are those who do. There's a lot of women who hate men. There's a lot of women who's on that anti-man bullshit, who are very misandric, and that's the truth. And I don't understand why the person's trying to downplay it, because I guess she don't want to wake other women up. It's okay, men are awake to what's going on, but a lot of women don't want to see the errors of their ways. But anyway, let me go back to the article because I gotta go. I don't want to be too long. I got someone to. Here we are. You see it right here. You see these two bitches, these two knuckleheads, the two stooges. Okay. Asia Argento has seemingly taken her feud with Rose McGowan to a painful new level. The Italian actress, age 43, currently, added a new tattoo to her collection with her new piece of ink depicting a dagger with a single drop of red blood dripping from it. Posting a photo of her tattoo on Instagram stories, Argento seemingly sent a message to Rose McGowan, age 45, tagging her former friend in a posting and writing "bye-bye" at Rose McGowan. That's what her Instagram name. That's her Instagram, and at Mark Comanzo Tattoo. Okay. Argento has been estranged from her one-time pal Rose McGowan, sided with 22-year-old actor Jimmy Bennett. And I'm glad I stand by Rose McGowan for actually, trying to do the right thing now. It's too damn late, but okay. Because she don't want to be caught out on her hypocrisy, because she knew what was going on with her, with Asian Argento, and her sexually inappropriate relationship with Jimmy Bennett. Now Rose McGowan want to do damage control, but okay, I'm glad that she is trying to be fair at this time, but it's too damn late. The damage has been done. You should have been fair way back when you knew about it. But I digress. Okay. I'm going to read. Argento has been estranged from her one-time pal McGowan, sided with 22-year-old actor Jimmy Bennett, who accused Argento of sexually assaulting him. Actually, it was rape, but okay, when he was 17. Why don't you just call for what it is? But again, it doesn't fit the gynocentric, misogynic, and even racist narrative about Caucasian females doing dirt and doing men dirty. All women do men dirty, but not like that Caucasian female. If you know what I'm saying, if you know what I mean. In the second photo of her other foot, Argento wrote, significando vendetta, consumata. I don't know how to say this in Italian, but okay, I'm not well versed in Italian, so y'all know I only speak English. At Francis Company Design, and Mark Camazzo Tattoo, whatever the hell that means. Asia, you crazy as hell. You crazy. She felt backstabbed for holding her accountable. I wouldn't mind sucking her toes. I'm not gonna lie. She got beautiful feet. Just by the way, she does take good care of her feet. Unlike Rose McGowan. The Italian phrase roughly translates to consumed by revenge or revenge. You see how women get down, y'all? The tattoo comes just days after Rose McGowan apologized to Argento in a statement after alleging the actress had sent nude photographs via text of Bennett when he was 12. Bennett did not respond to people's requests for comment, and people has not confirmed. Rather, he sent inappropriate text messages to Argento. As she allegedly claimed, Argento's attorney did not respond to people's requests for comment. I'm not even gonna play that video, so that's irrelevant. In response, Argento tweeted, "Although I am grateful to Rose McGowan for a full apology for following her groundless allegations at me. If she had issued it earlier, I would have kept my job on X Factor." You know what? Let me just finish this. To avoid constant accusations a pedophilia sect, which I have been subjected to in real life and online. Bitch, shut the fuck up, because you talking about being a pedophile. You talking about you hate being called a pedophile, and you want to call out other people who are pedophiles, but you're doing pedophile shit. So you need to shut the fuck up, because you're being disingenuous and being a fucking hypocrite, and I cannot stand hypocrites. But I digress. She added in a second tweet, "Now go on, live your life, stop hurting other people, will you, Rose?" This bitch is scorned. Asia Argento is scorned as hell. Bennett accused Argento of sexually assaulting him in 2013 when he was 17. Argento denied ever having a sexual relationship with Bennett, and said she was deeply shocked and hurt by having read news that it was absolutely false. But wait a minute, Argento. If you are innocent, why would you pay him $380,000 to shut him up? You and your man at the time who killed himself. Y'all, I mean, the fact that you paid him at the time $380,000 to shut him up. Okay, if you were innocent and he was lying the whole time, why in the fuck would you pay him off to be quiet? If you are innocent, you don't do that shit. Nobody was pressuring you, and nobody was coercing you, and it's not like you were catching hell like Michael Jackson, and I believe Michael Jackson's innocent, y'all. You knew what the fuck you were doing, and Anthony Bourdain knew what you did, and you both just gave this guy, Jimmy, you gave Jimmy Bennett hush money to not come forward in public, because actually he was within statute of limitations. I'm not sure how it is in California, but I think they don't have it no more. Last time I heard and checked. But if you are innocent, why would you pay somebody to be quiet? If they are threatening you with false accusations, you got proof. If you claim you got proof and you are innocent, you got witnesses, why would you pay them to be fucking quiet? You are guilty. And you got busted, and you're mad at Rose McGowan for exposing you for what the fuck you are. You are a fucking hypocrite. You are a fucking liar. Rose McGowan ain't innocent her damn self. I got issues with this bitch too. But I'm not gonna let you try to cry victim, because that's what people do when they do shit when they're not supposed to be doing. They get caught doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing, and they try to blame it back on other people and the victim, and try to claim victimhood, when they're not the goddamn victim, they're the perpetrator. Like this bitch, like the bitch to the right is doing. She knew what she did, and she's trying to cover it up. Instead of being, yes, I did it, with a woman of integrity. You talk about men not having, you talk about these men out here not having integrity, but like I would ask you, where in the fuck did they get that attitude from? They got it from a woman. If you talk about toxic masculinity, it came from a woman who's toxic. It came from a mother who's toxic with toxic femininity. So that breeds toxic masculinity. And then she's raising toxic. Okay? The fact of the matter is, you need to grow the fuck up. You are 3 years old. You're 43 years old. You are old enough to know better. And you're going to just lie and get all in your feelings because you got held accountable. No, bitch, you need to be in jail. No, somebody needs to beat your ass and stomp you to death. I'm saying somebody just shoot your ass. I'm serious, because you have no room to fucking talk about Harvey Weinstein and all these other men out here when you got other women doing the same foul shit a lot better than the men, okay? and you're doing it too. So you're being disingenuous and being a fucking hypocrite. And Rose McGowan, as much as I commend you for you coming forward, but it's too damn late. Bitch, you already knew what this bitch was on. You already knew about this, but now all of a sudden, because you don't want no backlash, you're gonna throw her underneath the bus to save your ass because you don't want to lose credibility, even though you lost credibility a long time ago. There's nothing to say. I mean, that's why the whole Me Too movement is a fucking joke. And one of these days, you're gonna come across the right man, and when you try to destroy his life, because there's a woman on Facebook. I think I'll show you. There's a woman on Facebook that made a great post. I mean, shout out to this woman, and I believe she's German. She's from Germany, because she don't live in America. So I'm friends with her, and she made a valid point. The Me Too movement will get some women killed very soon. After all, what does a man have to lose by murdering the very person who destroyed his career, family, and future, on top of stealing years from him? She got a great point. That's a great point. I mean, he has nothing to lose, and a lot of you women who think y'all think it's cool and cute, and you love lying on men and fucking up men's lives, fucking up his life and his family's lives and his friends around him. You think that's cool? Well, guess what, bitch? I mean, one of these days, that's gonna happen. You know? I mean, and look at these comments. Just remember you being a hateful, narcissistic woman who hates the Me Too movement, and see your every group I'm in. So, Corey, you have an audience, but you know if you spoke any of the bulk shit you post online group, they will roast your ass. So you conveniently safely post on your timeline, so your little fan club, black men trying to fuck you, will give you likes. I mean, you're no different than attention seekers, please. That's funny. I mean, you talk about a hater. You mean the groups you begged me to post, and so they would get you some type of relevance? I mean, that's a great clapback. I mean, so you got all these haters, I mean, attacking her, and she's a woman speaking out against this bullshit. So this guy's a troll. This chick is a troll. I think it's a chick or a guy, but if he is a guy, he needs to be ashamed of him. See, it's not a man. He's a bitch. So you tell me Bill worked with these beautiful queens all these years and didn't rape none of them, but turn around and raped the ugly ass women? Bullshit. I mean, that's a great one. Okay? I mean, it's like... So, I mean, look at this. This person is trolling. And whoredom. I mean, and this is a great response to the men out here. There will be great increase of splendors and cat ladies. That's the attitude. That's the attitude they keep y'all BS going. So he'll still be killing y'all too with a black woman cause she look younger. Savage. I mean, it's about whoredom, and it's getting worse. Okay? Women who come up against these perpetrators deserve protective custodies. Okay? No. I mean, this is a woman. She's getting all this type of hate from this woman. No, if you lying on somebody, you deserve to act. You deserve to get murdered. You deserve to get killed. You deserve to get fucked up, beat up, and killed, like they do in other countries. Agree 100%. The Me Too movement reeks of the same malice as Salem witch trials, pointing the finger at the innocents and ruining lives. This can only go on so long before accusers get... let me read this again. Agree 100%. The Me Too movement reeks of the same malice as the Salem witch trials, pointing the finger at the innocents and ruining lives. this can go on so long before accusers face repercussions. Repercussion. And she's right. I mean, this is the response. And between the real victims of sexual harassment and rape will suffer because it will be hard to believe them. And I think I've been arguing with women about this, and even these manginas and simps. You're stupid for you guys who are simps and manginas and pandering to these women. They will turn on you too. And then you want us men to bail you out. No, I'm going to let your ass suffer and die, even get killed, because you get what you deserve. You're a traitor to men, to the male gender. Okay, and I'm not even on this I'm just men versus women crap, gender war. I'm just saying, no innocent person should be lied on and have their life destroyed. Especially when they didn't do it. A person who did it deserves a punishment. At the same time, if a person provoked that circumstance, I really don't feel sorry for them. Now, if a person who lies and fucks up people's lives for a power trip and pushing this propaganda and this misandry and this male bashing, they deserve to be underneath the jail. They deserve to be fucked up or killed. You don't lie on people. You don't accuse people who didn't do anything to you just for your own agenda, just because you want to hurt people because you're miserable. I had that happen to me in high school. So that's why I'm hesitant to believe anybody who accuses anybody of anything because of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But people who do lie on people and get their lives fucked up, they need to be locked up. They need to deserve twice the sentence, 3 times the sentence. Or they need to be put in an electric chair, in the electric chair, gas chamber, because there's no rehabilitation for liars. They just need to be punished without no parole. Look at this one more time, people. She's right. You are hurting people who lie on people who are making false accusations are making it harder for real victims to come forward. And the fact that these, but specifically women, the fact that you women don't want to see that, and you rather be on girl code, bitch code, be on that feminist bullshit, and women are doing foul shit, and they're committing the same crimes that they're saying the men are doing, way more, and getting slaps on the wrist or getting no punishment at all, unlike a man. You're no different. You're part of the problem. You're making it hard for real people to come forward, but you're mad because you're in your feelings or because some dude didn't want to fuck with you back in grammar school, back in middle school and high school, or you talk about dudes. I mean, some women talk about men doing them dirty, but how many men have you done dirty, women? How many men have you used and abused and led on and friend zone? You mislead this good guy, saying you want a good man, but you friend zone him. You deny him a love and dating and sex life. If you're not attracted to him, be honest. But if you're really about heart and character, that's what you go for, not money and all that superficial bullshit. But then you want to mess with the thug, the bad boy, the down low dude, the gay dude, the jerk that treats you like shit. And you call nice guys and good men with good hearts weak. Beta males because they're not all hyper tough and bad and hyper masculine. But those same dudes that you parade, those are the same dudes that you bitch are deadbeat dads and are not taking care of their responsibilities, are the ones who dog you out. You can't have it your way. You can't have it your way like Burger King. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. You cannot be, I'll be outraged and upset about this, but I'll dismiss that. No, if you're going to be upset, be pissed off at all of it. Or don't say nothing at all. I'm tired of this double standard. This gender war has got to fucking stop. You have a good day. Peace.